Well, the Artemis mission is important because it is the first step in the next era of human space exploration. And what that means is that we are going back to the moon by the end of next year, and we are going there to stay, to create a sustainable community there on the moon where people can work and learn and test out new technologies and find out exactly what it is that we're going to need to do to survive on another celestial body. In the case of the Artemis program, we're targeting Mars, of course, but that won't be for another decade. So first we need to show that we can live on another celestial body that is not Earth and live there for a sustained period of time. Astronauts in the United States train for years before they go on a mission, and they're training even before they're assigned to a particular mission. So you have a large cadre of astronauts that are currently training not only for the Artemis II mission, which will be the next to go. It'll be the first human-occupied mission around the moon to test out the technologies in the Artemis program, and especially on the Space Launch System and the Orion spacecraft. But there's also others who are in training who may be candidates for Artemis III, which will be the mission that ultimately puts the first woman and the first person of color on the moon in subsequent years, probably 2 years from now. So it's very important to do the training for all sorts of contingencies, all sorts of possibilities, because space is a very unforgiving environment, and equipment gets damaged very easily. People can die, and they have died. And so the risk that space presents is not to be exaggerated. It's particularly high, but the rewards of this knowledge and this exploration are even so much greater. There already has been Polish participation in the Artemis I mission, which was an uncrewed mission that took the Space Launch System and the Orion spacecraft around the moon, but had no people on it to prove those technologies. But there were, however, a couple of Polish instruments that were provided to that mission. There's also a program called the Commercial Lunar Payload Services Program, CLPS or CLIPS, which I have encouraged as many Polish entities as possible to participate in, and the Polish Space Agency is a good resource for information about how Polish companies can participate in the Artemis program, either through CLIPS or through partnership with NASA and other agencies that are involved in the program.